Living just enough, living just for the city.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to New Jack City. We're here. We are here. We're talking about Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion. I can't believe what happened. A lot of people are shocked. And I was going to make the video yesterday. And, you know, obviously upload it today. But I had to sit with it. I had to sit with it when I heard the verdict. And the reason I had to sit with it is because we are going to do a very slow roast. Because I gotta let this simmer. I gotta have y'all think on my thinking and how you guys should proceed forward. Because a lot of people are looking at this case and they're just like, you know, oh, it's just a rapper. You know, even though it was wrong what happened to Megan Thee Stallion, because she is a victim. Let's get it straight. She is a victim. And it's wrong that, you know, Tory Lanez is in jail right now. And some people, mostly women, are thinking it's right that he's in jail. A lot of people don't understand the severity of what just happened. And I'm going to explain it to you guys because I don't see a lot of people talking about it. So it's okay. I'll talk about it. The severity of what just happened today of Tory Lanez, yesterday, of Tory Lanez going to jail is that it's no longer innocent until proven guilty in the court of law. It is guilty until proven innocent in the public court of law. See, a lot of people are not talking about this because I believe that a lot of people don't want to talk about it because they still want to have faith in the justice system, right? If the justice system was just, there is no way Tory Lanez should have been going to jail right now. There's too many, it's too much lack of evidence that they don't have to have put him in jail and for him now to be deported and facing 20 years. It doesn't make any sense. Let's list the stuff, right? We have Megan Thee Stallion saying that she never had sex with Tory Lanez on the Gayle King interview. Why is that important? Why does her sexual history have anything to do with her shooting? The reason why is because if you are lying on an interview, that means you are no longer a trustworthy witness. Because if you can lie about who you slept with, imagine you lying about something severe as this. That's why her sexual past is important to her being on the stand. So she lied about that. Second, she lied about Tory Lanez, lied about her being shot. In her testimony to the cops, she said, no one shot me, I stepped on glass. Now, her excuse was the reason why she said that is because George Floyd thing just happened. She didn't want anyone to die. And she also said her quote, I didn't want to see another black man in jail. Then she went on Instagram Live because she said Tory Lanez's publicist was talking all this ish subliminally. And she got tired of it and said Tory Lanez shot her. She also said that she didn't actually see who shot her because she was walking backwards. Now, we know when she got shot, it was in the car. Which is also conflicting too because she said that, because she later on said that in her testimony on the stand that Tory Lanez got out the car, went around the car, looked over to the glass, and then started shooting and said, Daz, B-I-T-C-H. When initially, I believe it was her or Kelsey, I think it was her who said she got shot from behind in the back of the car. Now, if we look at all the car, how the car was formatted, the driver was a security guard. The front passenger was Megan Thee Stallion. Who was behind her was Kelsey. And who was behind the security guard driver on the left passenger side was Tory Lanez. How could he go over the seat like this and say Dan's B-I-T-C-H and shoot you if he was on the left-hand side? That don't make any sense. Right? We got more. Don't worry, we got more. I told y'all we're going to do a slow roast on this. So we have her testimony and all this other stuff, right? And then she come out and said on her testimony on the stand, saying that she did lie about her having sex with Tory Lanez, her having a sexual relationship with Tory Lanez. Now, with that being said, you are already not a reliable witness. So we cannot say that your testimony with reasonable doubt that you are actually telling the truth, and that you're committing, or not telling, that you're telling the truth. You're not reasonable. I mean, you're not reliable. We can't use, so your testimony is low key kind of null and void after you already after you have been you have revealed yourself of lying. Now let's get to Kelsey. Kelsey says in her testimony to the cops. Well, first let's get to the text message. Or how about we do the let's do Kelsey real quick. Kelsey, in her testimony on the stand, she goes on the stand and she's getting asked questions. Once the question starts leading up to who shot, because I think it was the defense team, Tory Lanez lawyer asked Kelsey who shot Megan, and she says, "I plead the fifth." Now, I've been hearing a lot of people argue about what plead the fifth means and all this other stuff, right? Plead the fifth, from my understanding, I might be wrong, but pleading the fifth, anybody has the right to plead the fifth, whether you are incriminating yourself or you are not incriminating yourself, right? You have the right to plead the fifth. It's everyone's right. Even if you are all the way innocent and you had nothing to do with it. If you want to plead the fifth, you can plead the fifth, because maybe you don't want to answer that question. Now, the judge, depending on the question that you are being asked, he can ask your reasoning why you're pleading the fifth, and if he doesn't deem it, worthy enough to plead the fifth, he can tell you need to answer that question, right? Now, in the Kelsey circumstance, when she plead the fifth, the reason why alarms start going off is because when she plead the fifth, she was already involved in the whole situation, right? We don't know who shot Megan. We're accusing Tory, but we also know that you were fighting with Megan Thee Stallion also. So you pleading the fifth is saying that you may incriminate yourself. That's why, people arguing about pleading the fifth and all this other stuff, it doesn't even matter. Because at the end of the day, whoever says, "Oh yeah, anyone can plead the fifth," you're absolutely correct. You can. But it's alarming that she said, "Oh yeah, I'm going to plead the fifth," because she was also in the whole interaction with Megan Thee Stallion, and she may be the possible shooter. Now let's dive into it real quick, right? Now that we understand what pleading the fifth means. So she pleads the fifth on the stand. She goes to her lawyer, and her lawyer makes sure that she gets immunity, a certain transactional immunity or something like that. Basically, she doesn't get full immunity. So if she perjures herself on the stand, if she says, "Oh, I shot Megan Thee Stallion," and stuff like that, they can actually put her in put her in court and then have her sent to jail because she perjured herself on the stand. So she didn't get full immunity, but she did get transactional immunity. I'm not too sure exactly what that means, but basically certain things that she does say on the stand that doesn't perjure herself, she could be okay, right? So anyway, she goes back on the stand and she says, "I lied about the whole testimony of what I said to the police officer." Literally, she says that. Not word for word, not for word verbatim, but she pretty much says, like, when the questions are being asked now, "Oh, I lied about this. Oh, I lied about that. Oh, I lied about this." Now, we have two people. We have Megan Thee Stallion, who admitted that she lied on her testimony on the stand that of what the police officers gave to her, saying that she lied about being shot. She lied about also having sex with Tory. She's caught in two lies already. Then you have Kelsey going on the stand as well, saying, "Hey, I lied as well." Now, I forgot exactly what she lied about, but I think she lied about 3 or 4 things. I forgot. And then also she was playing forget about a whole bunch of stuff. So we already have 2 people that have came out to said that they lied. I want y'all to understand something too before we keep on going. It is not our job to find out. It is not, I'm sorry. It is not the defense nor the prosecutor. No, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm tripping. I'm sorry. I'm bad. It is not the defensive team to find out who shot Megan. It's only their focus is to only cause reasonable doubt that Tory Lanez did not shoot Megan. That is the whole thing. Now, let's bring the witness real quick in, right? Let's go ahead. Let's move Kelsey out the way. So now we understand Megan Thee Stallion lied 2 times. Kelsey lied about 3 to 4 times. Now let's get to the witness, who was also, I told y'all about him in day 8. He was the one who saw the whole thing, he said, on the balcony of his house because he heard people yelling and stuff like that. In his testimony on the stand, he says that he saw Kelsey. First, he was hearing a lot of arguments that was going on into the car, and it sounds like 2 women. Then he says he saw 2 women exit the vehicle, get behind the car, so in the trunk area, and then they start fist fighting. Right? So obviously, there's only 2 women that was there. It was Megan Thee Stallion and Kelsey, so it had to be those 2. So Kelsey and Megan, they are fighting, duking it out behind the car. After the fight happens, after the fight is continuing happen, you see Tory Lanez exit the vehicle, and you see the security guard exit the vehicle. Now, they're behind the car as well, looking at the whole fight. Supposedly, they tried to break it up. Kelsey has the gun in her hand, and she fires off. And it was pop, pop. I think it was pop, 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 and then it stopped. And then you heard 2 more pops. It was either 2 pops or 3 pops, I forgot. And then it was a pause, and then you heard the remaining, because it was 5 shots that was fired. Now, what he said was he saw a flash come from a lady. So obviously it's probably the gun that was fired off, but it came from a girl. Then he said, which was kind of weird, and everybody was questioning it because it was like, okay, now your testimony is kind of unreliable too. But he said Kelsey basically shot the gun, Kelsey basically shot the gun, and then after that, Tory Lanez grabbed the gun. He shot in the air 5 times. Kind of weird, because how the hell did that happen? But okay, whatever. But he's basically saying that he did that so Megan Thee Stallion and Kelsey can stop fighting, and basically it was like warning shots to basically disarm the whole argument that was going on, right? Now, after that happens, I guess Megan Thee Stallion, she gets shot from either the fire shots that went up, the fire that Tory Lanez had fired in the air, or Kelsey that popped at her 2 times. Cops come in, everything's settled, boom, that's it, right? This is his testimony that he put. When it comes to the forensic scientist or whatever who was actually doing the DNA test on the gun. Oh, and with that, before I even move on forward, that witness who made that testimony, even with his testimony, as unreliable as it is, it still shows that Tory Lanez did not pull the trigger towards Megan Thee Stallion. If anything, which I already told y'all, I thought he was going to be charged with, it was either he was going to be charged with a gun in the car without having a concealed weapon permit, which he would have got a misdemeanor for that, or discharge of a firearm. Which, if he did get accused of that, if anything, you know what? To be 100 with you, if he got accused of that, I'd have been a little mad because, again, his testimony is it's real shaky. But I would have been cool with that one because at least that still says he didn't shoot Megan. He probably still would have got a felony, and he definitely would have got deported from that. But that's better than what he got accused of all 3 counts. That don't even make any sense. I still believe, having that being said, I told y'all before, I'm not putting it past that that Tory Lanez didn't shoot Megan. We don't know who shot Megan. We'll probably never know. Only the 4 people that was in that car truly know who shot Megan. What I believe, like I told y'all, I believe Kelsey shot Megan, and maybe accidentally Tory Lanez may have, in the struggle to fight the gun, may have actually pulled off and shot Megan too. I don't know. But I don't think it was intentional when it comes to Tory Lanez. So he could have thought like, oh, it was unintentional. It was me trying to help her. But who knows? But even with that being said, right? We have his testimony out the thing. I told y'all, remember, we have to, the defense team is to just cause reasonable doubt, because at the end of the day, you have to make sure that there is no type of doubt in your brain that Tory Lanez shot Megan. There's too many reasonable doubts. I already just listed how many. We got Megan lying 2 times. We got Kelsey lying about 3 to 4 times. We got this unreliable, real shaky witness that says, Kelsey shot 2 times towards Megan, and then Tory Lanez shot the gun up 5 times in the air. Even with that being said, these 3 witnesses, right, that says that, it still shows Tory did not shoot Megan. Let's get to the forensic science. Now, the forensic science lady who did the gun or whatever, was her whole job is to make sure who DNA is on the gun. Now, when she comes out, she says Kelsey had the most DNA that was actually on the gun. It was on the mag strip, and it was actually on the holster of the gun, to where you pull the trigger and all that, right? When it comes to Tory Lanez DNA was not on the mag strip, so it was not on the clip of the ammo of the gun, but his DNA was partially on the gun, not to the fullest extent of Kelsey. Kelsey basically had, like, if it was like a percentage wise, I'm pretty much assuming that Kelsey had like pretty much 100% of the gun on her hand, versus Tory had like maybe 30 to 40% of the gun on her hand. Now, this makes more sense because we keep on hearing from the witness, right, that it was a struggle between the gun. And even on the Ring, which I didn't even tell y'all about, the Ring doorbell, it caught the sound of the gun. And we heard 2 pops, pop, pop, a stop, and then another 3 shots, pop, pop, pop. Or it was 3 shots and then stop, and then 2 pops again. So either way, with that pause, that shows that it was a struggle for the gun. Someone was trying to take the gun away. And we go for the witness, and we hear what he says. He basically saying Tory Lanez is the one who tried to take the gun away, and then they fire off a couple more times. That makes a lot of sense why Tory Lanez DNA is not all the way on the gun, right? Now, we knocked out Megan Thee Stallion, who lied twice. We knocked out Kelsey, who lied about 3 to 4 times on the stand. We knocked out the witness who has a shaky testimony, who says that Tory Lanez had shot in the air 5 times, and Kelsey popped off the Megan at 2 times. We have the forensic science lady who says Kelsey had her DNA mostly on the gun, and Tory Lanez only had partially on the gun. And now we have the security guard, right? The security guard comes in at the last minute towards the last day. It was on Thursday or Friday, I forgot. He was supposed to give a testimony. Never gave a testimony. Pretty much he came in a little too late. Nobody need him at this time. Excuse me. At this point, everybody, women, men included, was all thinking Tory Lanez is going to get off on this, because there is no way, I don't care who you are, there is no way you can say with a reasonable doubt, there is no doubt in my mind Tory Lanez did this. We have got to go by the law of the court, y'all. Y'all can't do this whole feeling stuff. She's a woman and a victim. None of that matters. None of that matters. Again, it's very sad that she is a victim, and it's very sad that that happened. But we can't be throwing people in jail just because this girl said, oh yeah, he did it. And her testimony is unreliable. It makes no sense. That's not fair. Because y'all love to talk about, oh yeah, protect women. This whole feminist stuff is the most, oh Lord, I'm telling you, y'all. Like, it really made me mad. Oh God, I'm sorry, my bad. I'm going on a rant, so my damn computer shutting off. Sorry about that. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, it really bothered me that this went on, and how long it did go on, because it's like we're at a point right now where no woman can say, "Oh yeah, we're unjust and this men get the higher." What do they say? Men are protected, women are not protected. Everything is unfair for us, and it's a man's world, and all this other stuff that they love to say. It's no longer like that, bro. It's no longer like that. No longer like that. And I'm not on the man versus woman stuff, because I don't like that. I don't like the woman versus man stuff. A lot of women are on that. I'm not on that. And I would hope, I will say, no, I for sure can say this. At least majority of men are not on that either. Now, we are starting to understand the ways of women and what they want, because they don't want fairness. It's not fair at all. They don't want fairness. They want equality. No, I'm sorry. They want equal everything plus benefits. That's what they want. And I'm the one stamp over from what I'm saying. They want equality plus benefits. And that's not equal as all. They want you to believe everything that they say, because women don't lie, obviously. Even though Megan Thee Stallion just got caught lying, women don't lie. We're at a point now, and this is okay. Let me dive in. I'm gonna break it down. Uncle Tyler is talking to y'all. Uncle, just call me Uncle Ty. We're gonna break this down, and I'm gonna tell you what we need to do to move forward, because this needs to be studied, and this needs to be what's the word I'm looking for? It needs to be studied. I'm looking for another word, but my mind is going all over the place. I'm sorry, y'all. Anyway, this is what we need to do to move forward, okay? I know a lot of men love women, and sex is obviously that's what we like when it comes to women, right? When it comes to this and how we should move forward, we need to look at this whole Megan Thee Stallion case and Tory Lanez case as, when we deal with women now, we have to prove that we didn't commit the act that they are accusing us of, right? Okay, now let me break it down. The Amber Heard thing, right? And this is why I always told you I kind of covered Johnny Depp and Amber Heard a little bit on the shorts and stuff like that. I should have made videos about it, but it's okay. Y'all still, I covered it a little bit. When the Amber Heard and the Johnny Depp thing happened, the only reason why Johnny Depp won that court case is because he proved without any reasonable doubt that she was lying. How did he do that? Because he had the recordings of her actually lying, and her actually saying, "Oh, Johnny, no one's going to believe you, blah, 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 blah." If he didn't have that, I guarantee you he'd be in jail right now. The only reason why Tory Lanez is in jail right now is because, one, he did not go on the stand and he didn't snitch. Again, a lot of people are not understanding, oh yeah, this whole no snitching thing. This is our culture. Unfortunately, this is our culture. This is what we live in. If you are a rapper and you are snitching, you're going to get clowned. Your career is kind of done. Look at what's going on with Gunna. No one's taking Gunna seriously right now. At all. At all. Is he still going to have a career? Somewhat. He's going to have a career. Is he going to be as popping as he used to be? Nah. And I can guarantee you that. 6ix9ine ain't even as popping as he used to be. So you can still have somewhat of a career because of the day and age that we live in, but no, That is our culture. And it doesn't matter how popping you are, because Tory Lanez is a fantastic artist. I'll put Tory Lanez above Megan Thee Stallion any day. But if he was to go on that stand and snitch, it wouldn't look good for him. His career afterwards. He may have got off. Actually, honestly, I'm gonna be honest. Even if he did go on the stand, so I mean, it's better that he didn't go on the stand, because even if he did go on the stands, I still don't think he would have got off on this. To be honest, because at the end of the day, Megan Thee Stallion, she got shot. She was a victim, and we trying to find someone to blame. It's got to be you. We're not gonna blame the other woman. We're not gonna hold her accountable. We just gonna blame you. So, excuse me. So, it would have made no sense for him to even take the stand anyway. But again, moving forward, what men need to do is, if you are dealing with any woman out here in the West, hell, I'm gonna even go a step further than that. If you are dealing with the woman, period, I don't care where you are. If you are dealing with a woman, period, you need to have a video. You need to have a video camera and or audio recording of you having an interaction with this woman. Definitely, if you are of a Tory Lanez stature, or you have a celebrity stature and you have something to lose. If you have something to lose, you need to make sure you protect yourself. This is the day and age we live in. We can no longer trust women with our lives, and we can no longer we can't trust nobody with our lives. Definitely them. Nothing is wrong with dealing with a woman. Nothing's wrong with you know, having affection and want to be, you know, you know, being in a relationship with a woman. Again, this is not man versus woman. This is protect your damn self. That's what it is. So, with that being said, what could Tory Lanez have done to make sure that he had got off on this, and that to prove that he actually didn't do it? This is what he should have done. And this is what I'm going to recommend to all men right now. So I hope you guys are listening, and I hope you guys got this far into the video, because we're 26 minutes in right now, and I still got a little bit more things to say. So this is what we need to do to move forward. All men. If you're in the, Tory Lanez, right? If Tory Lanez was in the car and that whole situation had happened, if he had a video camera on his dashboard, now y'all can go buy one, these video cameras, like $100. You plug it up to your cigarette lighter, and it records everything inside the car and outside the car. It has two vision cameras, and it has a little video thing on it too. Now it's not 100, I think it's like 250, 300, but guess what? It's well deserved, and it's a must need, because not only do you have audio recording, but now you have video recording, right? Remember how I told y'all a lot of the stuff happened in the back of the back of the car. A lot of our cars have backup cameras, right? There's also a thing you can set up into your car to where it's wired up to where it's always setting it's always videotaping even when the car engine is off, or you have people interacting in the back of the car. So if, like, for instance, like a dog was to like walk past your car, the video would automatically start looping and start recording everything that you're doing. And it records audio, and it also records, oh, actually no, it doesn't record audio, it just records the video. But that's all you need anyway. Like, we're looking at who shot Meg, so we don't need the interaction. Hell, Tory Lanez could have been like, you a musty, ugly bitch. Nothing would have happened. It doesn't matter who shot her. So you have everything wired up to where you can have everything set up right now. The stuff when it goes to, and I'm not stopping there just at the you know, you being in the car. When you, I suggest every man, two things. If you are dealing with the woman for the first time, if you don't live in a security operated apartment building, and let's just say, you know, you live in an apartment building where there's no type of security, as long as you got the key, you can get into the apartment complex and get into the door. I would not take a woman to that to your house for the first time. I would not do that. Don't trust them. And same thing goes for women. I would recommend the same thing. You shouldn't take a man to your home the first time. What y'all should do is go get a hotel. Now, with that hotel, men, what you should do is you should have a video recorder of what of everything that you're doing. Now, obviously, you cannot tape of you guys having sex, so you guys would have to stop recording after that. But what I would do is I would have it set up in the damn whatchamacallit, in the hotel room until I have consent that, oh, she is cool with me having sex with her and everything, and it says, oh, we're both good, and I would stop the recording after that, because that's all you need. And then, you do the do. Why do I say that? Because you need to protect yourself at all times. Girls are lying. We saw what just happened with Chris Brown. Y'all thinking I'm playing when I'm telling y'all this. This is what this is the day that we live in. At first it was a joke. I remember, I used to laugh at my friends. I mean, me and my friends would laugh about stuff like that. Like, oh, bro, you doing too much and stuff like that. Cause I used to, talk to him about that. Like, oh, I think men need to just like really start protecting themselves and stuff like that. Cause I was hearing the stuff that was going on with Trey Songz, stuff that was happening, with these other celebrities. And it was just like, dang, like, what could we do? And I used to joke about stuff like that. We live in a day and age now. This is it. We're here. 2022, coming on 2023. It's not going to get better. It's just going to get worse. That's it. This is a case study. I keep trying to tell y'all. Stop. Listen. Y'all need to protect yourself. If you care about your future, if you care about your life, you need to protect yourself. That's it. That's it, y'all. He got convicted on 3 counts. 3. One of them, he probably should have got convicted of. The other 2, no. We got to keep it real. There is not without unreasonable doubt that this dude shot Megan Thee Stallion, and he got convicted of it. And I want y'all to understand something. Excuse me. He got convicted of all 3 accounts. The dude got a son. Dude got a career. He's no longer gonna have that. And I'm not trying to pull on the heartstrings of how basically what Megan Thee Stallion was trying to do, like the violin and stuff like that. I'm not trying to do that. Again, she's a victim, and it's sad what happened to her. But the dude got a kid, bro. Dude got a young son, and from what I've heard, from what I was seeing, when Tory got cuffed, he had to calm his dad down because his dad was, flabbergasted, I guess you could say, and was, hooping and hollering and yelling and stuff. He had to calm him down. And from what I've heard, I don't know if it's true, but from what I've heard, I heard that his son was in the court too, and he was crying, watching his dad getting cuffed. Like, bro, this is We have to protect ourselves, gentlemen. That's what we have to do. We have to protect ourselves. And this channel is not meant to be going for court cases and me trying to do this whole men versus women thing. I got into New Jack City covering YouTubers at first, right? And I was like, I'm not passionate about that, but I love music and I love hip hop. So I got into it to cover hip hop. But it seems like I can't even cover hip hop anymore without covering, what's going on between, this ecosphere of men versus women. We didn't used to be in, you know what I mean? This is what's going on. And it angers me because it's like, I didn't get into this trying to get into that. You feel me? But this is where we at in life. And I'm starting to think to myself, I'm like, at first I had started a channel talking about this stuff, but then I'm like, I don't want to do that. Right? I don't want to keep talking about how women is doing this to men, and I don't want to make TikTok videos that keep doing that. I know I could pop off and doing it, but I don't want to do that, right? That's not where my passion is. But at this point, I'm starting to see, listen, ladies, if I have any lady subscribers, I know I have a lot of ladies followers on TikTok. I want y'all to think about something real quick. For years, you never had any YouTube channels, any TV shows, any movies talking about how we as men are treated by women and how it affects us and how we're just getting sick and tired of it, right? It's just as of recent, because a lot of people like to cut up as Kevin Samuels again, and even Kevin Samuels said in plenty of his videos, we have been talking about this, but we had to keep it, because we keep it so covert and underground, y'all never really heard about it. When I was young, and I'm talking about 14, 15 years old in high school, I would hear about it at the barbershop. They would talk about women. But you know what we did? Because we respect y'all so much, and we don't want to anger y'all so much, that we would be having full-on conversations about how women be on some BS and all this other stuff. And I would agree. I'd be like, damn. And I'm 14 years old in high school. I'm dealing a little bit of it because I'm not seeing too much to the fullest extent as a grown man like I am now. But I used to deal a little bit with it when I was in high school. So I used to see how women used to act. And I used to hear this stuff in the barbershop, right? Also on the basketball courts. I used to hear it everywhere where you see a lot of populated men, where we used to, we like to converse and stuff like that, which is pool tables, barbershops, basketball, football fields, stuff like that, where it's men-centric areas. You would hear about this stuff, right? And whenever a woman would approach, even if she has a kid or she's just by herself, the conversation would cease. We would no longer talk about it. Keep it on the hush. Keep it between us. That's what we used to do. It is only as of now we have YouTube channels like Fresh and Fit, Poor Man Podcast, Kevin Samuels, Rest in Peace, that we have now brought the conversation to the forefront and now are talking about it in a mass level. I want you ladies to think about this. If we have been talking about this and been saying that in every podcast that you have seen, the Poor Men Podcast, Fresh and Fit, Kevin Samuels, we have always said we have talked about this for years, and it's as only now that we are talking about it on a public level. You have to think to yourself, why is that? Ask the question. Really think about this. Why are they having these conversations now? What's going on? And take the feminist shit stuff. All right, it got demonetized. I don't care. Take the feminist stuff out of your head and really think about it. Why are they talking about this now? Why is it that much? Why is it so? Why? All right, I'm gonna end it there, y'all. I could definitely keep going on. I'm not gonna lie, but it's exhausting. I'm tired, y'all. Like literally, again, I went to bed at 12 midnight. First off, y'all know me. I stay up late. I stay up till like 3, 4 in the morning. But I was irritated with this whole Tory Lanez stuff, and then something happened with my PS5 to where I can't get into my games now. So I gotta call Sony. Pretty pissed off about that, but. With that being said, y'all, men, I hope you guys watched this towards all the way to the end. If you did, I thank you very much. This should definitely be it's going to be a very good step guide to what you guys need to move on now, because I don't like talking about the problems and not giving solutions. That's what men are not here for that. We are problem solvers, all right? At the end of the day. If you guys want to deal with women out here, that is fine. That's your prerogative. Me personally, I deal with women out here, but it's only dating and stuff like that. I would never marry any woman out here. It's just not worth it. That's my personal use. That's my personal preference. That may not be yours, and that's okay. All right? But I will tell you, if you are dealing with any woman out here, I don't care if she's your wife, nor your girlfriend, or she's just a one-night stand, protect yourself. If you value yourself, protect yourself. Because guess what? They don't care about you. Obviously, they don't care about the truth. So, they don't care about the truth, and they're willing to see you go under. You need to protect yourself. And again, not all women are bad. I would say most women are not bad. I think they have bad intentions, but we just have to understand how women operate, and we need to adjust. That's it. All right? Problem solvers. I hate men that who cry about stuff and then they keep on, and then they continue to keep on crying. That's a punk to me. And we and people on New Jack City, we not here for. No. I'm willing to say, if you are subscribed to my channel, you're not no punk. You're a problem solver. You watch my videos for entertainment and for also higher learning, because I like to give speeches. I like to give you guys problem solving tactics to have it onto your life, and I like to have you guys forward think. That's why some of my videos are funny, but most of my videos are forward thinking videos, because I want you guys to think. This is how we solve this. All right. Now, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Please tell me how you guys feel about this whole trial thing. Leave in the comment section. Give this video a big thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. Tory Lanez got 20 years, y'all. We gonna see what happens. See y'all next time.
Living just enough.